Get your head out the way, man. Get your head out the way. All right, so we on scene. We're shooting this video. We have. We're gonna make some salsa with this. I do not know what we're gonna do with this tomato, with the chorizo pork, the beef chorizo, the ugly lime, the pretty lime, the fajita seasoning, the cheese, the cilantro.
I said what you gonna
The
make.
90-10.
I thought you gonna make something good.
But we making some salsa here. We're making some salsa here.
We got some color.
I know, but
Woo!
we want more than that. But
You sizzling though. You sizzling though. Sizzle.
we want more than that. So let me just get this ready. I'm gonna just get this ready for what we need to do.
We got the big morning pistol, huh?
Oh yeah, we gotta get a name for it.
Morty.
Morty, that'll work. That's real original, Morty. So we gotta keep our levels frame good, and I'm smelling it. So we're gonna make salsa for sure. And I'm using a derivative of a recipe that I saw Ernie Tex do on his page. I look at him, Jose L. Cook, and a few other chefs that do it. For some reason, though,
So since you're cooking,
we just need some more time.
who's your greatest culinary influence?
My greatest cooking influence, that's a good question. I would have to say, I'm going to say PBS is my greatest culinary influence. And if you don't know who PBS is, it's a station, a television station. See, growing up in New Orleans on Saturday morning, we watched cartoons. We used to watch Austin Leslie, Cooking with Soul. We watched Justin Wilson, Julia Childs, Jacques Pepin, Wolfgang Puck, and all those other people that really knew how to cook. They were classically trained, formally trained. They were more than just likes and views. They really knew what they were doing. So I would say, and other people I knew, like my mom's grandma, you know, other friends that cook, that would be my greatest influence. Oh yeah, and hello, this is Martin Yan. If Yan can cook, so can you. How could I forget Martin Yan? You know? But they have a station called Create that's on PBS, and they have a lot of good cooks. Rick Bayless, Bobby Flay, and what's my girl name from Chopped? Padma. Yeah. And my homeboy at the Red Rooster. Yeah, but I tell you what, Iron Chef changed the game. And the reason it did was because with Iron Chef, they made nothing out of something all the time. So that was one of the cool things about that show. I'm sure they had help, but them guys knew how to cook.
Look at that
So
color.
look, this is going to be good enough for what we're trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and add the tomatoes one by one.
Into Morty.
Ooh, we don't want them to busting. But,
Wilson.
yep. So we make light word of them. Brother-in-law, I need a stainless bowl, bro.
Stainless steel?
Yep,
Like a mixing bowl?
yep.
Well, we got tons of them.
You know, I got a hidden gem. Cuddy tells me that you went to culinary school a while back.
I don't know what you talking about.
Oh, really?
Nope, don't have a clue and ain't trying to.
Okay.
You did go to culinary school. School of Hard Knocks.
Alright.
YouTube University. Let's see, we're gonna get another one. Yeah, see, you want more color, but you gotta be careful with these tomatoes. All I've been using is molcajete for a little while, and it will be a porpoise or a whale to you. It's on that Dutch oven, AJ.
Yep, I'm gonna get it now.
You know, instead of Morty, let's call it the Nola Crusher.
Nola Crusher. Morty the Nola Crusher.
Sure.
So, yeah. Some people may say, well, why you don't use a blender? They had a guy who I used to look at a few of his hunting videos. His name was, I think, Tread Barter, and he did everything the hard way. See, 6,000 years ago, they didn't have blenders, but I'm sure somebody had a rock and another rock, and they were able to do all kind of different things without a blender. So sometimes you got to ask yourself, what did people do before they had the technology that we know? Because if you only want to have the right equipment, you'll never be able to do that and make things happen if you're just waiting for the right equipment. You got to seize the moment.
Up at the end, seize the day.
All right. Need a little sal, brother-in-law. Salt. Salo.
Got your pan and your salt.
Yeah.
You want Morton's?
Yeah, Morton is fine. Morton and Morty. Now, I've only been using a molcajete for maybe 2 months. I didn't grow up using one, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Right now, here's what's
Whoa,
so big.
whoa. This how you add salt.
Here's what's so big. No?
Nah, forget him. All right, let's see. Let's get that.
Sound set.
Let's see. Yeah. Golly. So you might be saying, where your tongs at? Yeah, they're right there, them 2 fingers, you know? There you go. My plan was to dump out some of the tomatoes as they ground up, but you know how that is. Sometimes your plans don't go how you go, so you just roll with it.
As long as it's good, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's a big plus. But some people might say different things about different things, and that's fine.
It's
So
called
we're going for a more chunky chili salsa, but I've already went a little bit too much from the grinding process. But we're gonna make it do what it do, and we're gonna be appreciative and thankful for that. So one of my friends that commented, she said, "Ooh, I need salsa." Well, here you go, baby. Here's your salsa. Here's your salsa. Now I'm gonna dump this out into the bowl. I'm gonna set this bowl right here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Set the bowl right there.
Everything good?
Now we're gonna do this onion.
What you want?
And I'm gonna try not to cry. Tell you what, let's do this, right? Leave it there. Watch this. Let's see. Let me help this out. Take that dull knife. Now, if you got a little lava rock in your salsa, that's my fault.
When my mother cuts onions, I just put sunglasses on. It's
Yeah.
weird, but it helps.
You know what I was told how to cut an onion and not cry?
Huh?
You gotta go fast.
Huh?
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. Godspeed, Morty.
See, I don't like jabbing like this because I think that it splashes more. But it does. It is very efficient. Maybe I'm using that molcajete like a gringo. I gotta go pick up sous chef at 8.
Let's take a moment to appreciate the sounds of freshly squeezed and squashed onion.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might get an ASMR video out of this.
You feel like you get more of a connection with the food when you put your hand in it?
You know, I think for myself personally, everything is just so quick. Everybody want to do something quick, and it's very convenient. But I think that when the blender's broke, how you make salsa? You go back to the way.
You get a new blender.
Okay, and that's a point of view. That's a point of view. Or you just do what they did 6,000 years ago. You make salsa with the rock.
What happened when that tube break?
Well, that's when you just pull out your Ginsu knife and chop it up. I might have went a little bit too much with these onions, but
Like I said earlier,
I don't know what I'm doing.
you don't know what you're making. We're making salsa. We're making something good.
I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't
Make
grow up
something
making this. I didn't grow up making this, but I know one thing. That salsa gonna be good
You
now.
want some mango in it?
I don't want, you know, like for purists, when people put pineapple on pizza.
You know, last month or 2 months ago, I tried pineapple pizza. It doesn't deserve all the hate that it's getting.
Well, I think it's an abomination.
Man, that pineapple. and ham
Crunch is
pizza.
an abomination. Never had crunch. I'm judging it by the title. Crunch,
The pineapple
male
and ham
must.
pizza was good, bro. I missed it.
Yeah. I missed a lot of good stuff, like Duke's mayo, Blue Plate mayo, Hellman's mayo. Boy, these onions were like little baseballs. Now, if the video quality, I'm gonna fire my camera person. If
I'm sorry, we don't have a professional camera.
person, yeah, I agree. Let me pass.
Last
one.
onion.
Last half. Try this.
Look at those ridges.
Oh yeah, onions have ridges.
White glaze.
This knife is so dull, I'm not worried about cutting my hand.
Huh.
So,
Can't be that bad.
but it's also a good knife. So when it's sharp, you can shave with it.
Maybe you need to do a knife sharpening video.
Nah, they have enough of them out there on YouTube. I don't think anybody would want to watch a knife sharpening video that I would make. Because I don't have all of the fancy gadgets and gizmos and the newest,
Do it like they
the
did
newest.
6,000 years ago.
I wasn't alive 6,000 years ago.
You get under the rock. You know what I'm saying? 2 pieces of
So
rock.
there's this guy from India, Sri Lanka, down that way. He's a fishmonger, and that's what he uses. He uses a rock. He uses a rock and sharpens his knife and does his thing.
You got it?
You know, you can look through the top.
Ooh.
I lost one. But you know what? That's cooking. I think next time we'll put the onions in the blender. Use the Ninja, you know?
I gotta ask, how many times have you cried cutting an onion?
When I first learned how to cook onion, a lot because I had to cut a lot of onions. So, and some onions just have more sulfur in them than other onions. So, but when you get faster cutting them, you don't have time to cry. All right, that's good. That's good enough. Excellent thing. It looked like a bad blooming onion from Outback.
You should make a blooming onion. I've seen some people make it. I think you do a good job making it. To the Morty the Nola Crusher Refinery bowl.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. It smells wonderful. It smells wonderful. So,
It smells real.
ooh, them onions too big, huh? Them onions are too big, no?
Nah. It's chunky and juicy. We'll call it that.
Yeah, those onions are too big.
Do we have to use the machine?
Onions are too big, but I don't know what I'm doing. So, like I said, I was an expert. Now, I'm gonna put the skillet on.
High heat.
Yep, high heat.
High heat.
So, nephew,
Yes.
we're about to add some 90-10 ground beef.
What you talking about? That's not good.
Yeah, A5, huh? Washing the hands. Drying the hands.
Comment down below if you ever made homemade salsa.
And comment down below. I like this one. No, they all cracked.
Yeah, we chop the ground meat a lot with those.
Oh, I don't really like using a cracked wooden spoon, but there you go. I want you to look through here always. Let me break it up.
Okay. Oh, we'll see it now. Excuse me.
Nope, right on the food.
I coughed away. I coughed from my elbow.
Right on the food. And because this is 90-10, I'm not afraid to season the meat because it does not have a lot of fat in it. Or oil, fat, it's the same thing.
It's forbidden seasoning. The one you don't have to look at. No!
And I'm gonna kick it up a notch. Goya, from what I hear and what I know, a lot of people like it. But we ain't gonna use a lot of that. And Badia, if I said those names right, let me know. This one ain't open, so you know what? I'm not opening it. We're gonna work with what we got.
Which favorite thing to cook?
That's a hard question.
Okay, what's the easiest thing to cook?
I don't cook easy stuff.
Okay. What's the first thing you learned how to cook?
The first thing I learned how to cook was probably butter bread.
Okay.
So as a little kid, we would butter bread, toast it, and butter it.
No, I mean like actual dish.
Well, I'm telling you, butter bread was the first dish because when the bread would get too toasted, we'd get a butter knife or a fork, and we'd scrape it to lighten it back up to get rid of the char. So butter bread. The second thing I learned how to cook was scrambled eggs.
Eggs for me too. First thing I learned how to cook, I think it was white and then a yolk, and I know how to cook a yolk, a white, and I think a raisin.
Yeah.
color on this meat.
Yep, keep stirring it up. Don't bow on it. Stir it up.
Stir it up.
Yeah, darling, stir it up. Quench me when I'm thirsty.
Have you ever had bear meat?
No, not yet.
One time we went to my cousin's house, and I forgot what, but it wasn't my cousin, but somebody else there who was there made some fried gar. Surprisingly, it wasn't. It looked like catfish. Like when you fry catfish, now it kind of looks like, well, if you had catfish, fried catfish before, you know how it looks. But it was kind of chewier than catfish would be. It had kind of a unique taste, but it was actually good. And normally I'd never eat anything exotic like that, but I was told it tastes like chicken. It didn't taste like chicken. Whenever somebody tells you it tastes like chicken, it doesn't taste like chicken. They just say that so you eat it. That would just taste unique.
So that's good on that. That's good on that. Like I said, this is 90-10, so we're not even worrying about draining any potential fat that's in there. Alright, now we're going to sit this back on, crank up the heat. Thank you. Now this is
Chorizo.
this is beef. Some chorizo is more like a actual stiff smoked sausage, and some of it is very like this. It's very non-stiff. So I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't have a casing that's been smoked. Maybe don't hold me to that. I don't know. I'm just starting to eat chorizo and try to enjoy it. But I tried different varieties. But this little flavor combination that I'm doing works for me, and I know it'll work for you.
What do you prefer, Uncle? Beef or pork?
I just think that they both have a place in the culinary institution,
Okay.
the cooking world. So, but then you have people with dietary restrictions, or they have religious convictions, and they try not to eat a certain diet, and that's cool. It's their body.
Comment down below what your favorite meat is and or vegetable or anything in general.
Yep.
Personally, I prefer beef or pork.
Now, I saw Ernie Tex do this dish, and I did it once before, and it was a hit. It was a hit. But what he did, he browned I think he used pork chorizo. And when he browned it, he added some Oaxaca cheese to it. And that Oaxaca cheese just goes on top. And what I did, I overcooked it, and it got real crispy. Got real crispy. But the story behind it is when Ernie Tech's kids were younger, he would cook this, and they were like, "Dad, what's that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's Mexican pizza." And that was the joke. So you'll see once the cheese melts that it actually looks like Mexican pizza.
I think 2 or 3 months ago, pretty much most of the family came here and played Monopoly. He made some chorizo tacos.
That's this.
Oh,
But we're going to do it a little different this time.
oily as ever. I only have one because it was so oily, but it was good. And I don't eat chorizo like that. I've only ever had it a couple of times. It's really unique sausage. And, well, pork or beef.
Yep.
Do they have chicken chorizo?
I don't know. No clue. I only see pork and beef. but they have some that's not greasy. It's not a greasy chorizo.
You gonna turn into grease?
Nope.
I'm not sure about the flavor, huh?
I think that would be taboo. And really, personally, this skillet is nice, but it's a little too big for what I really want to do with it, with this dish, because it spreads everything out so thin. Now the flip side of that is, it will give it a nice little crust, because everything is cooking evenly, and it's so thin. So like, I really like that about it. It's not crowded. So we're almost ready to put the Oaxaca on it.
This question is kind of stupid, but do you think that you can have enough cheese?
Yes, you can. You can overdo anything. And you don't want to overdo the cheese.
Not on this, I just mean like
Yeah,
on, let's say, grilled cheese.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. Because you have to have a certain ratio of cheese to bread. Stay where you at, nephew. Show them the chorizo.
I'm gonna start?
Let's run the mustard.
Alright.
It has been stirred. So see how brother left it all,
I was worried about to grab the thing and,
lay it down.
yeah.
Now just since you brought it up, nephew,
Yeah.
we got paper towels? Or we out?
We have some, I can go get some.
Brother-in-law, where the paper towels at?
I'm gonna get 'em.
So for all my little greasers, it's too much grease. Oh, it's too much grease.
8-10 minute me. Grease gives you clogged arteries.
That is true. It'll do more than that.
Hurts the heart and soul. If you're a greaser, comment.
I know a few greasers.
Oh, I gotta add.
We're gonna protect their identity for fear of reprisal.
Okay. You know, some people, when they tell like stories or talk about relatives, instead of saying their actual name, they just make something up.
Yep.
Oh.
Paper towel.
Thank you. Let me lay it back down. Cooking is good therapy,
Yeah.
especially if you have issues.
You know about issues.
Everybody who cooks. So, I don't know when, but maybe at some point soon, y'all will get a chance to meet my sister, nephew's mama, brother-in-law's wife, and you know, she does certain little dishes.
Across the universe, every greaser who watches this video just screamed out in unison.
What are you doing? No! Tell you what, if you was hungry, you could eat that.
Wait, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, I'd probably rather starve than eat straight grease because I wouldn't be alive that much longer.
Just imagine the flavor.
The flavor, sure, but
So just for right now, because I don't want it to burn yet.
the dietary benefits would be bad.
I'm gonna put some Oaxaca on it.
This is irrelevant, but you ever seen Christian Johnson, Uncle?
Never heard.
So he's this black comedian who acts. He dresses up as this dude. He calls Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
So he looks through people's windows, but then cuts to TikToks of people making gross food. So they have this
Oh
one.
yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah, you always said they are single-handed from the Velveeta cheese biz alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he makes some funny stuff.
He does.
If you're a gagger, don't watch it while you're eating because you'll probably throw up. You'll
Alright.
lose your breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Right. All right. So we have added on top of that some tortilla cheese.
Cheesy. How about you put, like, is there anything you could put around it to give it like a crust?
No, we're gonna let it melt, and the crust gonna be on the bottom. But I'm gonna put this on some tortillas.
Tortillas.
Tortilla. And then we're gonna bake them. Now Ernie didn't do this. Arnie, Tex, he didn't do all of this, but he just did the. So you get a flour tortilla, and once the cheese melts, you'll just grab it and do your thing. But we just.
Why don't you tell us what herb it is?
This is soap.
You missed one.
Yep.
You said what? Say that again?
Soap.
Soap.
Yeah. Cilantro. All right. So as soon as this cheese melt, we're gonna make some tacos.
Tacos.
Real tacos.
I don't know about that, but
Grease tacos.
like I said, we're not professionals.
Well, they say if your taco don't have cilantro in it, it ain't no real taco.
I agree with him, bro.
Shout out to Taco Bell.
Boom.
Ain't put cilantro in nothing.
Yeah, taco, and here it is.
Yeah, but yeah, we are not professional. We just want to make these videos, have some fun, you know. Have a little something we could all do together.
All right, so our pan, where the big pan at? You got parchment cut? Yeah. Just one. Now this is experiment. We ain't ever did this like this.
Oh, the pan! We got the pan!
Pan man. See that?
Parchment now?
Yeah, because I don't want it to stick inside this grease trap.
We got the tacos and the granita.
And a little lime in your coat.
Chorizo and
Erica, where's the
cheese.
parchment?
Chorizo and cheese. Oh, chorizo, cheese. Cilantro, cheese. Chorizo, cilantro, and cheese. Oh.
Y'all see the foil?
So look, I tell you what, since we're looking for the cilantro, we're just gonna stop the video right here, and we'll do a short of the finished product. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Nope,
whoa.
it's not part. This is the plastic wrap.
Everybody, always remember.
Hold on.
Oh, nope, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the parchment in first. Put one down just so. So typically we use a different parchment than this, but for right now we're using these. All right, so now what we're gonna do, I did that beef, the 90-10 beef. I'm gonna put a spoon of that in there like that. And I'm gonna fold that. Ah, rats. Bloopers. All right. Put a little cojito.
One of the reasons why we don't have like anything like transitions or anything, I'm trying to learn how to edit so I can kind of like clean this up a little. And I know a guy who can get me a software. But yeah.
All right, so we're gonna fold them up and put them in the pan. All right.
Yo.